not beach-wise time now, is it? That's gone. That's gone, that has. We've already done that. We need something else. Right, let's try this instead. Hello, welcome to Monday Quiz-a-tastic, or Quiz-tronic, or Quiz-a-tron, where you will answer questions from a robot, or me. Not necessarily a robot, but me. So, greetings, welcome to Monday, and welcome to my somewhat colourfully lit up, crazy room again. That's not quite as warm as I thought it would be, to be honest. It's kind of coolish, except I've just put these flashy lights on down here, and that you can't see, and they do get quite warm. So hopefully I'll not I don't want to D live on telly. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? And yes, it's not enjoying these lights, this camera, is it? We'll have to sort that out for next time. And these guitars have appeared on the wall as well. But they're not fastened on very well, so hopefully they don't fall off either. Let me see if turning this one up makes it any better. Oh, whether it's making any bloody difference at all. Yeah, well, we'll carry on as we are, see what happens. So yes, welcome. I hope everybody's had a lovely week. Yes, mine's been extraordinarily busy. Like literally so busy, man. I've been there, I've been here, I've been there, then here, then there, and then I've been here again. Yeah, so many miles done. I've actually started being asked at the petrol station if I want to if I want to hire a room there, so I can just basically stay at the petrol station. Yes, so yeah, that's been my week. Let me know about what you've been doing. What have you done in the preceding 7 days? Yes, we'll take the mic, because generally that's what we're doing. So before we even start, I can see these 2-starred messages, not one, not three, but 2. Do you remember 3, 2, 1? Hang on, I have to remember how to do it. Oh, I've done it wrong straight away. 3, 2, 1. Do you remember that? Alex weren't. I can tell you that for nothing. Game show, hosted by Ted Rogers, I believe his name was. Now then, I can't remember the actual format. I know there were riddles, and the people, when they got to the riddle stage, had to pick the riddle that meant like super expensive holiday or car or something. But they were terrible. But anyway, there was a character in it called Dusty Bin. I can't remember what the 3, 2, 1 bit was all about. I'll have to re-watch it, or we'll do a watch along. Where were I going with this? Oh yeah, there were 2 messages. So I'll click on starred. So the first one is that Greg Anderson has sent me a £5 super chat thingy. He says, "Hey up, just getting them round in early in case we might have to leave early. Hopefully not though, but hello everyone." Thank you very much, Greg Anderson, and the Andersons, plural, because there is more than one. There's not more than one Greg Anderson. There's only one Greg Anderson. But there might be more than one Greg Anderson. But in that household, I assume there's only one Greg Anderson. But there'll be many Andersons. Not too many. Not too many Andersons. Just the right amount of Andersons. Although, what is the correct amount of Andersons? I mean, the minimum Andersons you can have is 2, isn't it? But then the maximum amount is an infinite number of Andersons. Good question. What is the prime number of Andersons? Maybe Greg can tell us. Thank you very much, Greg. And it appears that Alex has used her assets to purchase membership. So Alex's assets is now a new member. Member. Oh, members. Oh dear, it's funny when people say member. But welcome, Alex, and as a as a greeting, you get this. Are you ready? That didn't work, did it? Alice has got one of these. It's bigger. She's got a bigger one than me. I'm quite upset by the whole affair. I'm very upset. But we'll gloss over that. I'll carry on regardless. I'll get through it. Don't you worry. Oh, Hallmark, Alex, apparently are doing food plushies. Oh, that camera looks like it's going to fall off. Are doing food plushies. I saw a Facebook advert. I was going to send you a Facebook advert, but then I thought, it's a Facebook advert. You're probably best not sending them. They're a bit weird. Anyway, let's get to the chat. So let's creep his way up to the top. Now, I am aware that YouTube has some sort of vendetta against people leaving comments before the stream starts. So there may be some comments that were there that I've missed because they're not there anymore. And there may be some that are there now that never were there in the first place. That'd be weird. So the first one, it says from Simon Easton, he says, I think it's going to be a Monday meltdown in this heat. It is very warm. It is very warm. I'll tell you how warm it is. It's very warm. Live in 2 hours, he said at 5:15. Bertie has come in and wants to know, why did they put Patrick on the screen? He's dumb. I can already see his pants. They just wanted to put a disguise on him so no one would recognize him. So, yes, Patrick Star from SpongeBob was in the quiz picture thing. In fact, let me see if I can show you that. Hang on. And yes, he was in disguise, because if he wasn't in disguise, he'd be demanding money, but I'm not paying him. But I know it's Patrick, said Bertie. Oi, YouTube, stop deleting my comments, says Matt. And hello. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with the local greengrocer. Yeah, do that. If there are any local greengrocers left. If they're not being gobbled up, lucky for some. If they're not being gobbled up by giant chains. Hello, says Alex's Assets. Yes, YouTube stole our comments as predicted. That's how Alex speaks. Oh, I can't see those comments anymore, says Alex in response to Simon saying he can see those comments. And then there was a big discussion about comments. And then Matt says, oh, Simon is NC Easton with a great and wise technical loophole knowledge. Exactly. And Dave is here. Greetings, Dave. And he says, hello, folks. Everyone had a good weekend? I hope everyone has had a good weekend, Dave. And I have had a fantastic weekend. Although my brain is slightly melted. Because I've been off work since Wednesday. It was Wednesday, weren't it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What did I do Saturday? I can't remember. I've been off work since Wednesday. And today's Monday. But today don't feel like a Monday. It feels like a Thursday. So I'm all kerfuddled. I don't know what's going on anymore. But yes, I have had a good weekend. Hello, says a judge, to all the people wearing dungarees, to those wearing other types of clothes, and to those wearing, dare she say, naffal. To all the people wearing dungarees, well, that's me today. Hello. To those wearing other types of clothes, well, that could be most of the other people. And those wearing nothing at all, that's all you dirty, dirty nudies. If you're lurking around watching this stream, in your nudes, in your nudibles, just sat there with your nudibles out, just getting all floppy while you're watching my stream, I'll be shocked. I will be absolutely shocked. I'll be shocked. I'm shocked at most of you, but not necessarily all of you. You know who you are. Simon says he's dressed remarkably like Patrick Starr today. Well, that's good. Patrick Starr just basically wears Bermuda shorts and that's it. So maybe Simon's one of them noodlies. And Simone is here on a second channel account, which is Purple Hat Games. And she says, hello. Hello. She said it once, and then I said it back. Matt says helpfully, and hello to Simon E. Just so Simon J has more comments to read. Don't want him getting bored. Well, exactly. And then Simon says about the comments, I just want to see how many I could add before they vanished. And then Matt makes a very terrible joke. Terrible, 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 terrible. Well, hello there. I've just got home in time for curry and Simon. Perfect combination. In fact, tell us, Alex, what curry do you have? Now, I know it's going to be a vegetable curry. We've had paneer curry before. It's lovely cheese curry. But I've also had potato and cauliflower curry. That's also very nice. I normally go for a biryani. What do you go for, Alex? Hello to all the yellow vans, says Alex. Well, there you go. There you go. And Simon says, hello to the AA. Not forgetting the RAC and other alternatives. And Barry is here. And he says, hello, all in the universe. The universe is implied. And he says, how are we? We're very good, Barry. And I hope you're very good too. Tony, the fan club of Botswana. We are looking forward to seeing Tony. Well, he's here. He's here. You can see him when I talk. He gets lit up and you can see his head. We call it Smashing Tony channel. That might happen one day. You need to watch what you wish for. That smashing is in wonderful, not as in breakages. Well, you have to be careful. And we said Alex is a member, and she says, I'm finally a member, innit, mate? Yep. It's go time, said Dave. And then Rob says, well, we've got to play this when Rob says that. Where is he? Where have you gone, Rob? There you are. Well, hello there. Still with your old logo. Still not updated it. I need to do that. Hello there, Rob, and I hope you've had a productive Monday in the sweltering heat that is England. I don't know what that's all about. England at the moment. Me, my good friend Matt, and my good friend Dave, the crap car hunter, met up at the Great British Car Journey today because I'm a member. I don't know whether you know, me and Matt are both members, but as well as that, we've got membership to the Great British Car Journey. So we met there with Dave. In fact, I never thought of asking Dave, did you have to pay to use the restaurant? So I think they've recently changed, aren't they, where you can just go and use the restaurant and stuff anyway. Yes, we met up there with Dave. So we were doing some car reviews. So Dave drove Gen Z and Hope. Did a bit of a review on those. And I drove Dave's little 205 CTI, not GTI, CTI. And what a little pleasure mobile that is. I did a crazy introduction before I'd even driven the car. I'm looking forward to editing that video. But yes, I compared the GTI to someone called Michelle, and the CTI to someone called Audrey. I've got to say it with the French accent. Sorry, Audrey, or Audrey, or Michelle. It's difficult to give things a French accent when you're not from France's. So yeah, look out for that. It was a very lovely experience. And then me and Matt went to go and get some food at 3:15, And we got told the cafeteria bit closes at 2. I weren't hungry. Well, I were hungry at 2. I was hungry at 11 when I got there. So next time I need to remind myself, Great British Car Journey, eat at dinner time, like as close to 12ish as you can, and then you'll not be disappointed with your rubbish pasty. Dick Dastardly is here, and he says, "Thank you for that grand welcome. Good evening, all. Good evening, Dick. And we hope that your Dick week has been free from dickiness, but totally filled with Dick." Yes. Are you wearing dungarees? Is that quite legal? I am wearing dungarees, that's right. And not only are they dungarees, they're dungarees with dinosaurs. Dinosaur dungarees. I bought them a while ago. They're just really comfy in warm weather because they're all baggy. They let your bits get aerated. Simone says, "I really fancy some fizzy pop, but I have none." And you're not that close to shops either, are you, Simone? Like, literally, on our street, pretend that's our street there, and this is our house, this bit here. That's our house. And then there's our next door neighbours there, so that's their house. And then there's another block, so it was like 2 houses, then a little gap, and then 2 houses there. So that's us, Josie, Zoe, and I can't remember her husband's name, people that have just moved in. And then there's a big gap there, like that, big gap. And then there's a garage there. So literally the length of that, again, over here, there's a petrol station. And then it sells all sorts of nonsense. But that's no good to you because you want pop at your house, not at our house. And you're not near a garage. I mean, we've got pop. I don't need to go to garage. We've got pop. But again, that's no good to you because you need it at your house. So there we go. I don't know what I'm telling you. Tony's fan club says Tony will be best at twerking competition. Tony will be best at twerking competition if he had an ass. He has no ass. He's assless. Look, Tony's going to be terrible at twerking. Look, there's Tony. He's not got an ass. He's just a head. He's just a head. That's all he is. He's always just a head. That reminds me, I need to put on this on. There we go. I always forget to put them on. Yes, of course, says Dick. Ted Rogers in Dusty Bin. Yep, that's it. And then Matt says he's got a Dusty Bin mug. We need to see that. We do need to see that, Matt. Simon remembers Dusty Bin. Alex is used. I'm going to give Alex an applause. There we go. Alex has used a smashing whiz-bit emoji. Well done. Well done. And so is Dave. Look, I mean, I can't. He doesn't show up on me. That's all I see. But there we go. Thank you. And Becky is here. She says, "Let's do an impression. Are you ready?"
Hello, everybody in the chat. I hope you're doing very well, like Pet.
There you go. That's a quick impression of Becky. And if anybody's ever met Becky, I'm sure you'll agree that it sounds exactly like Becky. So, hello, Becky, and thank you for joining us on this momentous Monday. Them lights are getting very warm now. Simone interjects with, "I'm eating a pasta thingy in a mug." That doesn't sound as refreshing as pop. Tommy Dapper's here and he says, "All right." But he didn't say it like that because that sounded like Alex. "All right there." Alex, I need to practice doing impressions of you. Batter. That doesn't sound like you, but it sounds like me doing an impression of you, which is different. There's Anderson's Relish too. Anderson's Relish. Well done, Juju. Well done. There you go. I mean, it's single-handedly, in one foul swoop, Juju has outdone Matt in the funnies department straight away like that. 5 minutes into the stream, bam, outdone Matt. And Mr. John Stoodley is here, and he says, "Hey, Mr. Smashing Pistons, your sir. Greetings, John. I hope you're doing it fantastically well." Hello, Pastor Simone in a mug. That sounds interesting. Like a cup of soup, but we're Pastor Udge. Tommy, I hope you've been rapping, says Alex. And Greg Anderson says 3 Andersons is the prime number. Greg, Lucy, and Hilda the Dachshund. Well, there you go. 3 Andersons is a good number. 3 is the magic number, as De La Soul would have had you believe. Always rapping, even when I'm crapping, says Tommy. And General Cheeseburger is here with his, again, it's a promotional poster, but it always just reminds me of the gold Zelda cart for the NES. But greetings, General Cheeseburger, and thank you for joining. Becky Evans, the wonderful person that she is, has sent me a £4.99 super sticker. Thank you very much. What can we do for that? Here we go. I'll show you one of my favourite. I'm honestly not a baby, even though I'm wearing dungarees, and I'm going to show you a cake plushie. Look at that little fella. He's even got hundreds and thousands on him. Bless him. There you go. Thank you very much for the super sticky Ozzy. Simon, you should create a special video and jingle for when people do. That is a very good idea. Oh, I need to add that to my OneNote thing that I've only just remembered to open. Oops. Come on, OneNote, open up. Here we go. Jingle for when folks donate. Yes, in fact, I've got one that I can play tonight. It's a new one, and we'll use it just for that very purpose. So hold on to your hatties. There you go. How about that? Is that suitable? Oh, I better not put all this on camera, had I? Oh, the whole universe will turn into Alka-Folks. Uh-oh. Ugh. For a second then I thought what was left in the bottle weren't going to fit in that cup. And I'd have to go on full on drinking out of a wine bottle thing. It almost made me feel I'd have to go and sit in a park first. Did anybody else used to drink cider and stuff in a park when they were teenagers? Was it just me? Am I just that person? Right. Excuse me for a second, just while I sup grape juice from this cat's head. Oh, that's a nice one. Jammy White Roux. It's the white version of the red one I normally drink. Apparently. So yes, there you go. Very good idea, that, Greg. And duly noted. Judge says, hello, Matt, Greg, Rob, Dave, all right, Tommy, Becky, Alex, Dick, Simon, Simone, and everyone else. Oh, and Tony and Bernadette, the purple squishy. Where have I put Bernadette? I don't know where I've put her. Excuse me. I moved her when I were putting them up the other day because the door kept closing on me and I was getting rather agitated because that kept happening, and the bits of wood, the screws kept coming out of the wall. And then, and this is one cautionary tale I have to tell you. In fact, I'm taking my glasses off to tell you. And I'm also mopping my fevered brow before I put them back on, my brum cap. Can you see that? Brum cap. That's how cool and with it I am. I do lives on a Monday night at 8 o'clock wearing dungarees and a brum cap. How old are you, Simon? 40 bleedy 8. You're like more like 12. Yes, cautionary tale. If you're going to get wood, don't go to B&Q to get wood. Unless you remember to check the wood while you're there. Because if you don't check the wood while you're there, you end up with warped wood like this. Like I've never seen planks of wood warped as much as that. They're not even that long. I think they're like 1800 mil, I think, but they're so warped. Like, and honestly, I need to take them off and put other ones on, or think of some other way of doing it, because that bottom one end's like that, and other end's like that. It's proper warped. It doesn't sit against wall or anything. So yeah, terrible. Tell me what your B&Q's like, because ours is bloody terrible. I've just said. First book is selling steady. The second book is on its way, and they're interested in my third one, which I just finished. He's like a writing machine. Is this Barry? He's like that guy at end of Now then, it was the production company. I can't remember which one it is. I think it was at the end of Mork and Mindy. It might have been at the end of some other programs, or was it Wonder Years? It might have been end of there. Basically, there's a guy typing on a typewriter, and he does that and pushes the little arm across to move the page, and then it turns into a cartoon with the page drifting around and landing down. That's what Barry's like. He's constantly typing and doing that. Again, I've just realised that many of you folks in the chat are too young to remember what a typewriter is. So there we go. I feel old. I need more wine out of a cat's head. Barry says, I hope everyone enjoyed the car show video. I've not got around to watching it yet, Barry. So I will do. But I'll make Julie watch it as well. Yes, the blonde lady who waved at the camera is Karen. Aha. Oh, I did watch one. I think it was one of yours with a Vulcan. Was that one of yours, Barry? Am I thinking of something else? I'm not in the nip, says I nearly said Simon. I'm not in the nip. I've got nips, but I'm not in them. Simone is not in the nip, so we can counter off. Actually, let me just write it down. In fact, I'll just put it on here. Simone is not underlined in the nip. If you ever are in the nip, Simone, you'll have to tell me so I can cross out the not. So we're keeping track. And Matt says, I'm completely naked underneath my clothes. Well, that's what counts, isn't it? I need to watch the video. Barry says a General Cheeseburger or General Fromage burger. And for any play nerds, a nice video of the Vulcan. That's the one I watched. Surprise, surprise. And I could actually see it. Not like when we were in the the RAF Cosforth Museum, and I said to Alex, I'm sure there's a Vulcan somewhere here. I ain't seen it there. And she was like, it's literally there. And it was literally right in front of me. I am so blind. I'm on my Jack Jones, says Barry. Oh, steady, Matt. I haven't had my tea yet, says General Cheeseburger. Thinking about comments, says Dick, like this. On your recent meetup part 2 video, I noticed comments from both Rob and Alex were hidden away by YouTube the same way it did only old DD. Ah, okay. I wonder what it is then. That's weird. YouTube has got weird things. Like literally, I'll go into where's my phone? I don't know where I've put my phone, but I'll go into my phone and look at the comments on the YouTube app, and I'll answer them all. And then sometimes if you go into the YouTube studio, there's ones in there that I've not seen before, so I'll answer them on there. And then sometimes if I'm on the desktop and I go into comments, there's ones that I've not seen on either of them either. So yeah, it's very, very bizarre. Fake chicken tikka bits and a cheese and pea curry. Oh, cheese and pea. Fake chicken tikka bits. Can't go wrong. Hello, mouth breathers and mongoloids. Well. Have we had hello there. We've had the video. Well, hello there. Oh, I could do it loud at higher pitch that time. Is it a sign of pessimism to have breakdown cover? No, it's a sign of forward thinking. I'm not with the RAC or the AA. I'll get my coat, says Simone. This week, we have been mostly cleaning up our one and only parking space that had become overgrown in preparation for the classic Range Rover coming out of the long-term mechanical surgery. Nice. I mean, a classic Range Rover. Oh, that'd be quite a cool car to have. That'd be a complete departure from what I currently running around. Dave is also a member. There's no need to be calling people names, Matt. They are members, but I walk in the door and they know me by name at the Great British Car Journey. This is true. Alex's reputation precedes her. I mean, she likes to think it's because she's famous. But I think more likely she's infamous. And they know what she gets up to. So they wanted to try and appease her before she went batshit crazy and started smashing the place up. I think that's what it was. I was talking to your man today actually about, because he's got a Rover 214, you see, and it's a red one. It's a 3-door. It's a 214i, I think. Whereas mine's a 216 SI, you see. So I've got electric windows and a little jolly sunroof there. No games for me today, says Barry. Just enjoy my friends. I'm in Washington, D.C. for a couple of days doing some work. How are the elephants? Oh, I always like it. I always like it when Barry appears and prompts me to put some sort of advert on. Elephants, for when you're tired of not having pachyderms. I'm a member, says Dave, of the Great British Car Journey 2 years now. Blooming heck. Dave's a bigger member than me and Matt put together. Bloody Nora. And look at this amazing thing that happens. I love Mondays. Mondays are like the best thing ever. Simone on Purple Hat Games has become a YouTube member. She's joined the not a Furious clan, because that sounds like Matt's Furious clan members. What can we use to describe my membership? The luxurious characters that are Smashing Pistons members. So thank you very much, Simone. For that, I'll show you my tool. I don't know whether you remember this one from before. There you go. How do you think about that? It's called a hoe tool. There you go, hoe tool. What a hoe would do with that, I've no idea. Pop, I've got lager for later. I don't blame you. I've got some lager. Oh, Alex, tell me if Ramey's tried the rainbow sherbet pale ale yet. Becky says, awesome Welsh accent, Simon. Yeah, I know, right? I'm just this good at all accents. Oh, Judge has thrown down the gauntlet, last she. Well, I'm broken, so she can pick it back up herself. Oh, Matt, you've just redeemed yourself. There you go. Right, I've been talking for 35 minutes, so I'm going to do a quiz, and then I'll come back to them. Oh, sir, you are making me. Oh, you're making me have palpitations. I don't know what that was supposed to be. That sounded like some sort of Western femme fatale, or not femme fatale. Femme fatale is where it's a female character that's the one that killing people, isn't it? That's not what I meant. Damsel in distress, that's it. That's what I meant. Yes. Right, let's get on with quizzings. Quizzings.
Quizzings.
Right then, I have 1, 2, 3 quizzes lined up. I mean, we're obviously only going to do 1 or 2, but you need to pick a number between. In fact, no, because I'm not going to get to comments. So screw it. You're having this one. Here we go. This will be good. I've not checked through it. It might not be good, but hopefully it is. Classic mode, not teams. I was just going to say, I wonder where Carl is, but he's on holiday, isn't he? Right, let's share this screen. Come on now. Come on now, get sharing that screen. Come on. Here we go. I'll read through some more comments while you guys are joining. Oh my God, says Alex. I love the cake with a face. This is from Asda. As is the eggplant one, and I've got a peach. I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, is it? No, is it an avocado? I can't remember now. But they're just kids' toys. But it's like, it seems to be in the Western world that people confuse awesome Japanese-inspired. Is it kawaii? Is that the Japanese word for cute stuff for kids' toys? They're not for kids. They're for me. Oh look, Tony's here, and he says, "There you go." Is it true, Tony? Did they call you Tony the Comforting Fornicator? Tony, he disco ball you in the pleasure dome. Exactly, Dave. Exactly. I've drunk Vimto in a park, says Dick Dastardly. I've drunk Vimto, not in a park. When I was a reckless teenager who used to hang around in parks and drink occasionally, because I never used to have any money to buy booze. It used to be Mad Dog 2020, and we always used to want the. Was it a red one? But the only one they used to have left was the green one. What the hell is Rob coming up with here? Rob Brooke, whose reputation precedes himself as an honourable and dependable member of society, confesses, I once made diesel in a park, white lightning, special brew, and black currant. It's funny when people come up with drink combinations and it includes a cordial. It's like white lightning, special brew, and then black currant. Special brew's that one that's like treacle, isn't it? Or that gold label. It might be gold label. Remember, you could get little cans or something. I'm sure it was gold label. And it was like treacle. It was disgusting. I remember clubs used to do... oh, man, I can't remember what they called it now. Bloody hell, what were it? Turbo Shandy. It was cider and lager mixed. Turbo Shandy. I used to buy a small vodka when I was a teenager and down it before I got home. Oh, poor. I mean, I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing there, Simone. Before you got home from like school, or before you got home at night, or I hope it wasn't a terrible thing. I got locked in a park once, says Alex. Well, there we go. I mean, again, was it a terrible thing? Was it a good thing? I nearly got locked in the courtyard at work, because at work we've got like a canteen, and then there's a door from the canteen into this courtyard bit, and there's like a memorial garden bit, because if you remember that Manchester Ariana Grande concert where there were a bomber and he blew some people up, there was a girl I used to work with called Kelly Brewster, and she was one of the victims. So they've got one of them giant bees that they made that's got the victims' names on it, and there's like a little garden area where he says about stuff and things like that. Yeah. Anyway, so there's like the canteen bit, and there's a door into this courtyard bit, and there's like deck chairs and tables and stuff. And I remember sitting in there once, and then all of a sudden I heard door close, and I'm like, hang on a minute. I know I'm having a late lunch, but I don't want to be locked in here. So I went running up courtyard and knocked on window, and Tony, another Tony who runs the canteen, not this Tony, he's a different one. He was like, oh, I didn't know there were anybody out there. But it's all right, apparently, because there's a door further down to that you can get in and out of that's never locked. So there we go. Although it's only never locked because there's a sign on it that says do not lock this. So it's not like it can't be locked. It can be locked. It's just people don't lock it in theory. So there you go. So yeah, so we sort of derailed that, didn't we? So yeah, I hope it wasn't a terrible experience for you as well, Alex. All right, we've got 12 people all signed in there. Oh, look, we've got Patrick as well. Not Patrick. French version of someone called Patrick. So let's have a look at these names. Blooming heck, it's getting warm now. So we've got Stop Whining. Oh, that one's just a square. That one's weird. Cheesy Peas. Do you like cheese? Do you like peas? You'll love Cheesy Peas. Cheesy Peas. Sonnet 3. Tony's Twerk. Oh, hang on. What's changed? Una Memento. Tony's Twerk. Cod Fiddler. The purple one. Dilla's Soul. Dusty Bin. Dave! And Bucks Fizz. We got 12 people chomping at the bit, ready to try this weird, useless facts quiz. So,
3, 2, 1, activate.
It's not Robot Wars. Or is it? Random useless facts quiz. Question 1. Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas, pumpkins, carrots, or watermelons. Bananas! You're 50% banana, you lot. And me. That's quite extraordinary, isn't it? Although I don't really know enough about DNA to know exactly how extraordinary that is. But that we share. Well, I don't quite know what DNA does, don't DNA? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But I'm going to pretend it's extraordinary. What? Bananas? OMG. Yeah, there you go. Not carrots and all that lot. Oh, God, there were some fast answers there. Look at them. So I've just noticed there's 26 questions. Moving on to question. Duh. Turtles can out of their butts. Oh, they don't give you very long on these questions, do you? Breathe. Turtles can breathe out of their butts. Funny you should mention butts. I was looking for a quiz and I typed in famous butts, and can you believe that no one has done a quiz on Kahoot that's just a picture of someone's arse and you've got to guess which celebrity it is? I mean, it's obviously a gap that needs filling. Moving on to question. Oh no, when we look at scores. There we go. Moving on to question 2. Which country has a larger surface area than Pluto? It is Russia. And Russia is quite big. Pluto must be tiny. Well, obviously it's smaller than Russia, isn't it? Can you imagine Russia wrapped in a ball? That's Pluto. Who works this out and why is it useful? Question 4. Which 2 plants does it rain diamonds on? What? Planets, that should be, not plants. Which two planets does it rain diamonds on? Jupiter and Saturn. I mean, you wouldn't want it to be raining diamonds on Uranus, would you? That sounds like a one-way trip to the A&E, to be honest. But yeah, Jupiter and Saturn. I can imagine the cost you'd incur going to farm these diamonds would far outweigh the actual value of the diamonds. Do you think there's bananas on Uranus that share 50% of the DNA with us? That'd be weird, wouldn't it, if you had bananas living on Uranus? Question 5. What colour is hippo milk? Brown, white, pink, or green? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say green. And it's obviously pink, wouldn't it? Pink. I wonder why it's pink. It doesn't sound healthy. Oh. We'll go up to question 10 and then I'll look back at comments. Which celebrity is older than sliced bread? What? Beyonce, Mike Tyson, Betty White, Tom Hanks. Older than sliced bread? How does that make sense? Surely bread's been sliced ever since it's been invented. Betty White. I don't quite understand the question, but a lot of you got it right. Moving on to question 7. Come on, lights, move. Snails have teeth. False teeth, I think. Oh, no, it's not one of the options. 35, 35,000, 14,000, or 250. They have 14,000 teeth. How the hell do they brush their teeth in the morning? That'd take forever, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? Jeebus. You'd have to have an electric toothbrush with like a bazillion head attachments on it. Honestly. In fact, they don't even have bones. How have they got teeth? That don't make sense. Oh, mollusks. You're all bloody weirdos. Just a tiny little bit of a change there. Question 8. Odontophobia is fear of diabetes, fear of Republicans, fear of ripped jeans, fear of teeth. It's going to be fear of teeth, isn't it? Yeah. Don't is a teeth. Don't. A bit like dental or don't. If you're afraid of teeth, has anybody got any weird phobias? Because I think being afraid of teeth is quite a weird one. Being afraid of being bitten makes sense. Being afraid of teeth is quite frankly bizarre. So we'll go up to question 10, as I say. So question 9. Which person in history was attacked by wild rabbits on a hunting trip? Alexander Hamilton, Napoleon Bonaparte, Theodore Roosevelt, or George Washington? Napoleon Bonaparte. And if Julie hasn't got that right, I shall be having strong words. I didn't know. I don't care. I don't have to do a what's that test called? A citizenship test for France. I can be completely ignorant to French culture, politics, history, all that jazz. Oh, and jazz, yeah. Question 10. The dot over an I is called aglet, dot, numero, or tittle. I want it to be tittle. I hope it's tittle. It's tittle. There's no I in team, but there's a tittle on it. Tittle. Right then. Halfway-ish. Ish. I don't mind doing quotes either. You don't need to quote me on saying ish. What are you doing, Simon? Honestly, this heat. You ready? I'm surprised they let me out, to be honest. So halfway through, we've got Sonic 3 leading, Bucksfizz second, the purple one third, Dusty Bin fourth, and Cheesy Peasy's fifth. Let's have a look at these comments, see what I've missed so far. Where did we get up to? Oh, we were on about the park. General Cheeseburger says, if your woodies walked and your screws weren't staying, you need to use hammer action. Oh, some hammer action. He says, punching his own cap. I want to know how Tommy Dapper gets his wood. I don't. Honestly, Rob, I don't want to know anything about that. Not a theme park, says Simone to Alex about getting locked in. Mart, it's a dirty story, but a dirty man. Oh, dear. No, Simone, says Alex. It was a small local park. I had to climb the fence. I fell asleep on a bench. Oh, that's such a sweet little story. I can just imagine little Alex falling asleep on a bench and getting locked in a park. Oh, and she was crying and panicking. Oh, I want to go back in time and comfort little Alex now. Poor little Alex. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Oh. Days before mobile phones. Oh, dear. And Gaz on a trike is here. And he bursts into the scene like this. What up, yo? And he says, just finished Only Connect. Can get on with life and YouTube now. What's Only Connect? I don't know what that is. And then going back to Simone's question about how high was the fence, it was really high. I had to walk the whole park to find the lowest bit. Oh, man. Yeah, I posted the Vulcan video. That was it, Barry. It was in a good video, that. I saw the Vulcan. It must have been its last flight, I think. There was a model plane show somewhere, and it did a fly past. But yeah, he did the fly past where they come towards you like this. Can you imagine this is a Vulcan? I ain't got anything triangular shaped. But yeah, we just have to pretend. And then they do that where they sweep across and go away from you, and then you can hear the jets and stuff. It was amazing. Alex has used another emoji, which the name tag of is worse than the emoji. It says smashing chicken. So Alex is smashing chickens. A mobile wouldn't help you climb a fence. That is a very good point, General Cheeseburger. Unless it was one of the old mobile phones from the 80s, in which case you could have stood on it, and it was probably as big as the fence. With comments, I now take the I haven't responded off as there's a glitch. No, but I could have rang Dad to bring a ladder. That is true. That is true. I got lost in Crystal Palace Park once. Not nearly as bad as being locked in there. Cheesy peas curry. Cheesy peas. Exactly. The highlight of my weekend was a trip to the Tip. Marvelous. Oh yeah, I need to go to the Tip. We spent ages cutting loads of bushes down. Because our front garden used to be surrounded by bushes, and then they got covered in snow, and that made them bend a little bit. And then it was really windy, and that made them bend a little bit more. And then they got covered in snow, and it were windy, and they all collapsed and pulled the fence down. So I had to build a new fence, but that means we've got like a whole front garden's barrier worth of really quite overgrown bushes to try and get rid of. Cheese and peas, peas and cheese. Becky says, always have breakdown cover. It's kind of needed when one has a penchant for the more mature car. That is true, Becky. I'd say if you've got a Rover, you need breakdown cover. Even if it's just to stop yourself breaking down when it has another problem. Barry, Washington, are you storming Capitol Hill? It's Speaking of elephants, says a judge, where's Pingu? This is true. This is true. I'm scared you might not leave the elephant bit at the end and leave us hanging. Would I do such a thing? Yes, I would. I would. Let's have another advert while we're waiting. Are you ready?
It's not crumpet.
It's not crumpet. It's not crumpet. It's not crumpet. It's not crumpet.
It's not crumpet.
It's not crumpet.
This has been a broadcast on behalf of the This Is Not a Crumpet organisation of Great Britain. Remember, if it's not a crumpet, it's a pikelet. And if it's not a pikelet, it's probably a crumpet.
It's not crumpet.
There you go, it's not crumpet. Poor old Dave says he's got sunburn on his sunburn. Oh dear. Furry arse rather than fury arse. Yes, furry arse members. I see Matt as the Merc running. How many crap cars can one man own? Oh, I've not even seen that. I knew he'd got the injection bit sorted out a while ago, but I've not seen him actually do anything with it. Dave, were you not all wrapped up? Alex asks. Remy said the logo was interesting and tasted like it looked on the can. Colourful. Yeah, it was a weird taste because it said it's the taste of rainbow sherbet, and it didn't taste very much like. I mean, pale ale's kind of a weaker sort of taste anyway. But yeah, it was a bit odd. The other one, the Elvis juice, that's a lot nicer from memory. So I hope he enjoys them anyway. Right, let's get on with more quizzing. Where is it? It's this one. So moving on to question 11. Which king in a deck of cards doesn't have a moustache? I see, because 3 do and 1 doesn't. I'm going to say spades. It's hearts. That's what I said, isn't it? These are useless facts. The quiz title was correct. These are useless. Why am I still wearing this cap, honestly? Well, we went to the museum where Brum was created. It's called the Cotswold Motoring Museum, home of Brum. Way to go! Alex will tell you all about that. Well, Alex told me all about that on my video, and I was shocked. And then I asked a stupid question, and I can't remember whether that was on video. That might have been afterwards. If it was afterwards, I'll have to tell you. I was full of stupid questions, weren't I, Alex? The longest time between 2 twins being born is... Surely even 20 days can't be right. I mean, it's not going to be 870. 87 days? Somebody was in labour for 87 days? 87 days? 87 days? It's weird enough when twins have different birthdays. Never mind when they're in completely different bloody months. Crikey. In fact, they could be in different years with 87 days. Jeebus. Cheesy P's got that one right. Moving on to question 13. Unlucky for some. Not for me, though. I don't have to do it. The average American spends how many days a year looking for lost items? How would they know this? How would they know this? I'm going to say 4 days, and I'm going to be wrong. That was a terrible question. Bucks Fizz got that right. Bloody hell, well done. Moving on to question 14. Bullfrogs? What do you mean, bullfrogs? Do not sleep, do not vomit, do not breathe, do not create fecal matter. I'm going to say do not sleep. Do not sleep. Can you imagine being a bullfrog and not sleeping? Hey, Julie? Juju, can you imagine not sleeping? Can you imagine that being a part of your life, that you are not allowed to sleep? That was a terrible French accent. What? This stream's going to get cancelled through terrible accents. Moving on to question 15. We'll stop at 20. Which animal is the national animal of Scotland? I know this one. I know this one. I know this one. What the hell is the raspberry crazy ant? Everybody should know this. It's weird, but everybody should know it. It's the unicorn. It's on their on the crest, isn't it? In fact, on the UK crest, we've got the lion and the unicorn, and I don't know, a giant cheese on toast for Wales or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's the unicorn because you know they're real. They were one in that film, weren't they? What were it? I keep wanting to say Krull, but it weren't Krull. It's the other one. Legend. There you go. Don't touch the unicorns, you dirty cow. Oh my God, you've touched one. Now it's dead. Yes, moving on to question 16. The medical name for butt crack is intergluteal cleft, butt indent, haloma mole, or that I can't read. Intergluteal cleft. Yes, because your butt is the glutes, isn't it? Yes, and a cleft is a crevice. So there you go. How's your intergluteal cleft today? We'll have to start asking people that. Start putting that as a comment on other people's lives or videos. Just asking generally, how's your intergluteal cleft today? In fact, we should have a T-shirt with it on. The youngest pope was... Frankie says, how's your intergluteal cleft? The youngest pope was 2019, 11 or 30. 11. 11. No, it's not going to be 11. It's 11. Is that by any chance the reason why they brought in having to have a vote for who was going to be pope? Or was the 11-year-old voted in as pope so he could be easily persuaded to do other people's ideas? I don't know. I don't follow religion. I don't like Love Island or any of them sorts of programs. So up to now, we've got Bucks Fizz leading by quite a margin, and the purple one, which I assume is Simone, is second. Sonic 3 sounds like a Kia car. Dusty Bin might be Matt, fourth, and Stop Whining is fifth. I don't know who that is. The Andersons aren't on there. Moving on to question 18. What happened to the remains of the inventor of Pringles? What happened to the remains of the inventor of Pringles? The buried underneath the first ever Pringles factory, was made into a Pringle, was buried in a Pringles can. His remains were stolen. Well, there we go. It was buried in a Pringles can. That's quite sad. That is quite sad. You invented Pringles, and your wish was to be buried in a Pringles can. What if I don't know, Mr. Jurex, what happens to his ashes when he's died? Is he going to get tied up in a Johnny and chucked in a bin or something? I don't know. Awful news. Awful. It's an awful situation to find yourself in. Oh, Cheesy Peas has moved up. Very good.
Moving on to question 19.
Nintendo was originally a clothing brand, a stock market, a toy company, a trading card company. It's got to be trading cards, hasn't it? It's got to be trading cards. They've got so many Pokemon tie-ins and stuff. Yeah, there you go. There we go. So, one more question. We'll go back to the comments. The Romans used to clean and whiten their teeth with... I don't want to know. Bone marrow. Let's try that. Urine. Brilliant. They gave us roads and some sort of engineering nout. Oh, and what they call it? Didn't the Romans give us sewage work pipe thingy majigs? And they also cleaned their teeth with piss. Right, so we've got Bucks Fizz first, Sonic 3 second, the Purple One third, Cheese Piece fourth, and Stop Whining fifth. Let's have a look back at the comments, see what we've got. Where did we get to? Oh, we've already done that one. Matt says, bet that stains a damson in the dress. A damson plum. Dave says to Alex, I didn't cover up twice and paying dearly now. I got sunburned through my T-shirt. Blooming heck. Yeah, because when I got to the Great British Car Journey, it literally was raining. And I sent Alex a message saying, it's supposed to be really nice and sunny, and it's peeing it down. And it literally was peeing it down. And then 10 minutes later, it was blazing sunshine, and I was wishing it was raining again. I'll duck the quiz, says General Cheeseburger. Might pop back later. Great to see everyone. Great to see you as well. Hope you have a lovely evening. I used to drink that stuff, says Simone to Rob about the diesel. I was once challenged to drink 10 bottles of Gold Label Substitute. Got chucked out of the pub for pissing down the stairs towards the bar. God's sakes. In the evening, I tried to avoid my mum, but she always knew I was drunk. Oh, bless you, Simone. Sadly, the wife says I'm 25% at most. What a DNA. DNA, do not activate. I offered out sun lotion, Alex, but Dave refused. As any man would, Matt, as any man would. And just to prove that any man would refuse your suntan lotion, I accepted it last time. Pre-sliced bread. Oh, is it? Right, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying there. So it's saying before sliced bread. So before you could go to the shop and buy sliced bread. That makes more sense. What was the best thing before sliced bread? Just non-sliced bread. Exactly, Dick. Me and you, same wavelength. Only Connect, is that some sort of railway game? Oh, Judge fires into the conversation like this. You ready? Like that. With this comment. I once was locked in the school by my kindergarten teacher. She thought I wouldn't notice while she went for 5 to 10 minutes, but I did, and I was in tears when she came back. How horrible that is. That's terrible. And the Only Connect thing is a quiz show. Snow, says Alex. Must be some northern thing. Don't tell me you never get snow. Don't tell me, Miss Alex of Alex's Assets, that you have never experienced snow. That is a travesty. We tip at South Kirby tip 2 or 3 loads a day and 1 hour plus round trip. What with the Wentbridge hold-ups. Joys of binmanship. Ah, yes, can imagine. Binman. It's a weird occupation now. Well, I'm not saying it weren't weird before, to be honest. Like, I remember, I wonder if this is a thing that some people won't remember, when we had big metal bins and everything just used to go in there, and we didn't used to put bins out. Bin man used to come down our dirty man. Used to walk down our driveway and pick the bin up, carry it on the back, fling it into the bin lorry, and then put the bin back. Can you imagine that these days? It must be alien, and to be honest, it's probably a good thing. Like the fact that wheelie bins, we've got wheelie bins for a start. That means bin men aren't having to break the backs lifting things all the time, which is a good job for us because our bin's super heavy because of cat litter that gets put in there. What was the second? Oh yeah, and then they've got the lorries to tip them up into the Dewberry, which again is less labour intensive. The only thing that's a bit annoying is having to put the bin out itself, and the fact that they don't get collected that often now. Because our cardboard bin always ends up full after 2 days. So there we go. Mr. Stormer has been in labour for quite a few. This is very true, Dick. This is very true. I thought the national animal of Scotland was the sturgeon. I saw an advert for haggis that says protect the haggis the other day. That was funny. Oh, the haggis says, Dick. Do not Google 11-year-old Pope. I will not. Definitely not. Sounds a bit like Hugh Edwards, Simone. Oh, God. Them Romans. Exactly, Dave. Them Romans. I've run out of pissing toothpaste again, Julius. Now we've got a third player in the pun section, beating Matt and Julie. I remember all that with the bin men carrying the metal bin. Exactly. That lasted at least till the mid-80s around our way. Well, there you go. Right, we've got back down to that. So let's finish this blooming quiz. Right then, so we're going on to question 21. So we're only 6 questions away from the end. Get your little quiz fingers ready. I'm going to go Drake. Oh, Glenn. Glenn Bell. Can you imagine if it was Dick Bell? Oh, look at that. Stop Whining's made a right jump up there. We need to catch up with Bucks Fizz. Bucks Fizz. Making your mind up. Mickey Mouse's name was originally... Oh, we know this one. Oh, no, we don't. I'm going to say Mortimer. I thought it was going to be Steamboat Willie. There you go, Mortimer. Oh, catching up. Question 23. There are different animal shapes in the animal cracker cookies. What the hell is that? I mean, they're showing us 5 there, so they're trying to tell us there's more than 5. 18! There are 18 different animal shapes in the animal cracker cookie zoo. 18. 1-8. Bloody hell. They're not the same as the ones we get, are they? I swear down there's never been 18 of them we get, them animal biscuit ones. Are we getting a cheap knockoff of the American ones? Honestly, that's terrible. Terrible. Which Disney character has the highest kill count? Yeah, Mulan, because she's a warrior. Which Disney character has the highest kill count? All right, this quiz has redeemed itself, and Bucks Fizz has also redeemed themselves. Moving on to the penultimate question. A what now? A libro cubicularist is someone who travels a lot, reads in bed, eats a lot, has panic attacks, reads in bed. Yeah, because it's got libro at the beginning. Reads dirty stories in bed. Honestly, it's filth. It's just filth. Right then, we're on to the last question. So Bucks Fizz has won. No one can catch Bucks Fizz. But The other 3 places below that are all up for grabs. So let's go. Question 26. For the win, well, for second to third, click on the right bit. In ancient Rome, the punishment for killing one's father was manual labour, being sewn up in a sack along with a viper, a dog, and a rooster, being forced to marry your own mother, being tied to a pole, and receiving 15 lashings of a... What? Being sewn up in a sack along with a viper, a dog, and a rooster. These are the people that gave us roads and sewage and stuff. Well, I don't mean sewage, I mean sewage system, that's what I mean. But that was their punishment for killing one's father. I mean, to be honest, being forced to marry your own mother would be bad enough, wouldn't it? So let's see who won that. As if we don't know. So number 3, Stop Whining. Well done. Second, Sonic 3. Well done. In first place, it must be Bucks Fizz. There you go. Very well done. Quite pleased with that one. That was quite a good little quiz, that I thought. I liked that. I hope you guys liked that as well. Let's go back to the comments. Where did we get to? Downside with wheelie bins, says Simone, is that they can break. Old metal bins just got dented. That's true. That's true. Our bin bags used to be made of brown paper. Oh. Can't have a fire in a wheelie bin either. That is true. You can't really have a fire in a metal bin either. We did buy one of those metal bins that's got holes in it to do a fire. And because we had some wood, surprisingly, that I needed to burn out of the garage. Now, I thought it was wood that had been stained blue. It turns out it was chipboard with plastic veneer on it. And that made a very thick black smirk that stunk, so I had to put it out straight away. So there you go. Hail Caesar, says Matt. No kidney stones in the toothpaste. You can have a fire in a wheelie bin, but just the one. Raimi smashed that one. Good. Well done, Raimi. I was pants at the last bit. Never mind. Great quiz. Tim joined as well. So I was competing against him. Oh. Them crazy Romans again, says Dave. Can't believe it's dark already. Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Becky says... they try having fires in wheel bins around here. It just doesn't go well. Well, that's terrible because everybody should be able to have a bin fire, just not a bin fire. I can't believe I'm at the bottom of the comments. Oh, I was until Udjudge appeared. Google says, about the Roman thing. It involved being sewn into a sack with vicious animals, most commonly a monkey, a snake, a chicken, but others were sometimes used as well. Chicken are vicious. You should know, Udjudge, chickens are vicious. The amount of times Udjudge just told me stories about when she used to go and feed the chickens at her parents. Now, this might sound like a stereotype, but yes, Julie's parents kept chickens. Then have they still got some? I can't remember. An Udjudge would get attacked by the rooster in there, and they kind of jump because they can't fly. They jump and flap the wings, and then come towards you with the claws on the feet. So yes, you should know that. You should know that. Let's get rid of this banner now. Here we go. Put that one on. Roosters are nasty, says Simone. My oldest is terrified of chickens. I don't blame him, to be honest, Becky. They taste nice, but I wouldn't want to dance for one. Chicken can be grumpy butts, but not vicious. I don't know. Rabbits can be grumpy butts. Chickens can be vicious. Looks like a good night for seeing the what? What's that? Perseid show. Is that the thing that you were on about earlier? There was a story that Matt started earlier. So there was me, Me, Dave, and Matt. And Matt started a story. Can't remember what it was. I went to the bin. And when I came back, it sounded like a very lurid story with all sorts going on. I had no idea what was happening. Meteors. Same to you. Or an amber one, says Gaz. I don't know what this is related to. I hope you enjoyed your visit last week, Simon. Yes, I did very much. I totally had the post-holiday blues afterwards, Alex. You ask Judge. We did go out on Friday, though. Friday, Saturday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday I was at yours. Friday we went out somewhere. It was lovely, and I can't wait to do it again, quite frankly. I need to set the cameras up and drive Jessie. Because we didn't do that bit. And yes, me and Alex did attempt to do a video about a Hot Wheels collection. Only this person here ran out of memory on his phone. So it recorded 10 minutes and then stopped. So we've missed a whole, about another hour at least of Hot Wheels talk after that. Including Alex getting a little car like this and going, wee, 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 wee. Which we'll just need to recreate next time, Alex. Now, Rob's made a joke, I think, saying, is she your neighbour, Matt? So, oh, there we go. So Matt says, looks like a good night for seeing Perseid shower. And then Rob says, is she your neighbour, Matt? Rob's stepping up to the plate. Does Alex need a wee-wee break? Because I do, says our judge. Well, there you go. Let's put an advert on, see if you can wee-wee in the time it takes for this advert to go through. Which one should we do? We might do a couple. There we go. Soup! Soup! Soup!
I wanna taste the pain. I think I'm seeing all red. 2 bullets in the gun, 1 shot to the head. I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat. But I never back down, man. I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fame. And she look better in bed.
Well, a fudging soup!
Unity. 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 Unity.
That was weird, weren't it? So yes, there we go. So we've had a suitable break, and I think I heard Julie going back downstairs. So I think she might be ready. Simone says cats can be vicious. I wouldn't want to eat one. That is a weird thing, isn't it? Like, I like cats, but I also like other animals, but I still eat them. Although as Julie knows, and Julie feels the same, having to hold a chicken before you cook it, that just seems weird. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't sit right inside. There was a man with a lady of the night in his car at the astronomy spot last night. That was the story. He put his headlights on so she could walk safely back to her van after they'd had some snuggles. Ah, people paying other people just for snuggles. Ah, that sounds like a nice, wholesome job. Cook catch used to be called a baby goat in rural Spain, apparently. Oh. Yeah, I wonder what cat tastes like. In the 1930s, by the way. Alex, you can't wee in the Perseid shower. I feel privileged. I had Tony sleep in my... Yes, you did. You did, Alex. That's true. You did. I didn't wee on Tony, says Alex. I read old biographies. Frederica Bahamontes, Tour de France rider. 'Twas in that. Oh, and then Alex laughs at something Simon said, but what Simon says doesn't show up on my list, so I'm not in the joke. All we weed up, thank you. Oh no, scary film noir. What is ticker tape? Ticker tape is the thing that's across the bottom of the screen. I'll change it now, and then you'll see what I'm on about. Here we go. Due to popular demand, there will be no reference to smut this evening. No knobs, no bushes, no talk of Sharon and her mystic nightsticks. Cocoa chicken has been erased from the archives of human history. There you go. Waiting for our payout on the Colonel. Fingers crossed. Have next one lined up. We'll hopefully have more news next. Oh, I like car news. I have to live through other people buying cars. Which is really handy when you're good friends with Rob, because Rob's always buying a car. Yeah, I'm like, I want an older car. And I'd like to buy my dad's MGB and finish it in the way that I'd do it. But having said that, I'd really like something older, because my dad's is early 80s. But having driven Jesse, I have got an hankering after something old. That might have to be in the future. I would quite like to buy my dad's MGB just so I can finish it how I would like to see it finished. I might put the rubber bumpers back on if I bought it, or I might just leave it as it and lower it a bit. It's nice, and it needs to get the overdrive working. And Run is here, and he says, I'm collecting some parts for my Triumph 1300 on Wednesday. Good. Yes, we'll have to get a meet-up arranged somewhere where you can make it to her, and that'd be fantastic. According to the internet, cat tastes like chicken or turkey. Well, there we go then. Rob is doing well, says Matt. He's not bought a car this week. Well, it's only Monday, so give him a chance. Yet, Matt, says Becky. It's only Monday. You see, thinking the same thing. If you've got an anchor in, maybe buy a boat or not a car. Oh, well done. Triumph 1300 S/Toledos are worth next to nothing these days. Really? That's interesting. Well then, like $3,000 for a good one. Tom has got a channel, a YouTube channel, Tom, and he had a Spitfire and he sold it, and he's literally just bought an Allegro from Allegro Man. Now, I must say, Allegros are one of those things that up until recently have been quite under my radar. But Alex, you've got all the cars. Basically, Alex has got the same mindset as me, but she's already doing the stuff that I'd quite like to do. So Alex has got one of the best coloured Allegros I've seen, and I've not seen it in the flesh yet. But an Allegro is like, to me, it used to be, it's the car that people don't or didn't want, but there's something cool about them. There's something definitely cool about them. The shape is just so, it's not even weird, it's just odd. It's like we had, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I mean this in a good way. We had a religious education teacher at school, and I did remember her name up until when I just started talking. I completely forgot what her name were. She was called Miss something. She was different. She wasn't weird, but she was just different to the other teachers. And that's what Allegros remind me of her. Maybe she had one, I don't remember. But that's the kind of feeling, the vibe I get from Allegros. They're different. If there were a group of cool cars all hanging about in a playground, the Allegro would be off playing marbles on its own or something. That's what I feel. But later on in life, that Allegro grow up to be an absolutely stunning lady thing. And all the other cool cars had just grow up to be normal standard things, but the other one would be different and confident enough to be their own thing. I don't know where I'm going with this. What I'm trying to say is I like Allegros, and Alex has got one. I've fell head over heels in love with Jessie. Oh, like literally, I would have a P4 like that. Mr. Jenkins is one of the coolest cars I've ever seen, and I've not actually seen him out of the garage yet. I can't wait to see that thing. There's just so many things on Mr. Jenkins. It's like the colour, the boot lining. It's just, oh. Anyway, more on that story to come. Rob says to her, "Run, are you Oxford way?" I've got a car made out of canvas. It's for sale. Well done, Matt. That's a good one. I'm in Aylesbury. We need an Oxford area meet. Yes, we do, Rob. I mean, I can arrange it. You can arrange it. It needs to involve food. That's all I'm going to say. Reminds me of the vicar in the Sweeney who drove an Allegro. I just there's some. Did they do a? I know this is going to sound like a stupid question because I'm not what you would call knowledgeable in cars. The information I save in my brain about cars is whether I liked them or not. I never remember technical info, and I mean, I'm more bikes for that. But this might sound stupid. Did they do a sporty Allegro? Did they do one that had got like spotlights and bucketish seats and I mean they were on hydrogas, weren't they? So I don't know whether they do a sporty suspension thing, but did they do one with a rev counter and all that crazy stuff? Have you seen Johnny Smith's 3-door K24 swapped to Allegro on the late break schedule? Yes, and I'm desperate for him to finish that. Yeah, it's got a Type R engine in it, hasn't it? And they've done something weird, like they've put the radiator in the boot or something to give it more space in the engine bay thing. And the guy that's doing the fabrication for that is actually doing a princess. Is it a Jaguar swapped princess, I think? I quite like a Mark 1 Ford Escort, four-door, but even they're expensive. Yeah, my friend, when I was at college, which you might have gathered was quite a while ago, maybe like 28 years ago, had, or his family had. In fact, if I could go back in time, I would probably have every car that his family had at the time. So they had a Mark II Escort. I remember it was blue. I think it was 3-door. I think. I can't remember what model it were. Did they do like LX at that time? Anyway, and Mark II Escort, that was nice. They had a Vandenpla Mini Metro, that was nice. And they had a Nissan Stanza, which at the time I seem to remember thinking, oh, it's daft, it's massive. I mean, it might not be that big, but back in time it felt massive. But the one thing that sticks in my mind about it is that when you turn the ignition on, there must have been like 40 lights that came on the dashboard. It were crackers. Alex says, you cannot deny Mr. Jenkins smells amazing. Yes, I did give Mr. Jenkins a good old sniff, and I devoured the odor. I devoured the odor like a rabid monkey on a banana sandwich. Yes, Mr. Jenkins, I am longing for the day that I see Mr. Jenkins out in the sunshine, and I am permitted to guide his godliness down the black ribbon of delight. Yes, the Allegro Equip. So that was like the sporty one. A run says Allegro Equip and the 1750 SS. 1750 sounds like it had the same engine as the Dolomite Sprint. Is that right? Yes, I think they did the an Allegro with twin carbs. Oh, and Alex says it had big fancy stripes up the side. Oh. And then Arun says that Andrew Mackenzie's got a 1750 SS Allegro. Oh, I think I might need one of those in my life. Dick had a Mark II Escort 1.3 L estate. It was great. What did my dad have? My dad had I'm sure that were an Escort estate. And it was like a beige colour. I remember that being nice. I reversed into a herb shop today. Yes, I went back in time. Well done, Matt. Well done, Matt. There was a blue, what's that? A Quip. Teddy Jenkins, Ronnie Jenkins. Purple Equip at BMC. Blue Equip at BMC Day by the museum entrance. I can't type. BMC Day by the museum entrance. Blue Equip. I don't remember. That was another one of them days. There was so much to fill. I need to gain knowledge. People advise me how I can gain knowledge, because I've tried putting YouTube videos on in the background in some vain hope that some knowledge goes in there, and it doesn't seem to work that way. I have to just pause for a second while I do this.
Juju, press the go button. You know what that means. Press the go button.
There you go. That Allegro estate was cool, Alex. Which one was that? Oh, yeah, Gay Don. Oh, we used to have a good time, didn't we, downtown with him, Ernest? He used to know all the happening spots. Yeah, he used to disappear quite often, though, and then cut back with a smile on his face. Pretty sure all the quips were silver, says Alex. Oh, controversy. May have been Collins 1750 SS. Go button pressed, says our judge. Right, we've got 20 minutes. Let me see if we've got another quiz that we can do in 20 minutes. Bear with me. What's the least amount of questions? Oh, right. 20 questions on highway code road signs. This should be fast. We're going to do it fastest finger first because I need to have my dinner afterwards. I'm starving. Right, let's get this loaded up. Let's stop sharing and try again because that doesn't look right. No, that's the right thing. Someone's chosen a very crazy beginning screen on that. Let's try again. Come on, Simon. Oh, it's gone all weird. It's not letting me do anything. Hang on. Let's try again. Right, let me try refreshing the page. Sometimes it signs you out and it don't let you do anything. No, it was right the first time. But a very strange intro. Right, here we go. Greg says, my dad had a Nissan/Datsun 300C Cedric estate around 1990. It was a W reg, so 1980s-ish. I always remember the twin wiper on the back window. I think Hilpnut reviewed one. I think he did, and I think he bought something just because it had got twin wipers on the back, but it had got a cracked head, and he never got it fixed. I can't remember what that were. Hubnut. Great British Car Journey having Allegro Estate. They do somehow. It's very nice. Deep Purple says a run. Yes, that's the one. That's the ones. I expect Allegro Man has probably got one. Yes. Then. Yeah, he's a nice chap with Allegro Man. If you ever get to meet him, do it. But yes, as I was saying, Tom's bought an Allegro from Allegro Man, and if you have a look on his channel, which I can't remember what it's called, it's something like Tom H-T or something like that. He took it to a car show this weekend. It's a lovely little thing. But yeah, the MGB GT I would have. And I would enjoy having that. But the only things that worry me about the overdrive, and it's 80s. And I don't know. Ideally, I'd have some older. Ideally. Matt says, Gandalf is going to host Mastermind. That'll make it difficult for those who don't know the answers. Yes, well, here we go. Right, so let's crack on with this then before we run out of time. Right, how many people? 13 people in. Fishfinger, me, Gerald Brain, all Allegro fan, James May, Allegro Man, Dolomite 1850, Busty Sin, Human Banana, Sniff My Diff, Fleece Lightning, very good. Yes, it was raining and thundering and lightning today at Great British Car Journey. Brum and Silvery Quip. Right, are you ready? Go. It's going to be the fastest one, this. We're going to get through it in no time. I said I were going to play one of these, didn't I? What are you not allowed to do? Turn left or turn right with that symbol. That is telling you not to eat cheese. Everybody got that right? Who got it right the fastest? Brum did by a whole... Literally a whole 10 points. Well done. Question 2. What does this mean? What does it mean? No entry due to flooded road. It is no stopping clearway. Yes, so you're not allowed to stop at the side of the road. Question 3. Which way to the picnic site? Oh, I see what they're asking. Yeah, these are fairly easy, aren't they? So far. I don't know about anybody else, but I hated the theory test. When I did the theory test for my car license, it was on paper. Not the questions were about paper. That'd be stupid. What does this road sign say? Drive very, very slowly, nothing, snow-ready vehicles only, or no vehicles. That one always catches me out. No vehicles. I guess you have that on like pedestrianised areas, don't you? Because I can't imagine that there'd be a road if they can't have vehicles on it. Oh, Silver Equips winning. Me is second, which isn't me. Gerald Brain is third. Fish Finger is fourth. And Dolomite 1850 is fifth. That was weird yesterday. At the Lock Park show, there was 2 purple Dolomites. I checked, and I'm pretty sure the registration numbers were different. And I'm sure I saw them both at the same time. I thought a purple one would be rare, never mind having 2. What wording is missing? No entry, wait, stop, or give way. It is indeed stop. I was just trying to think of some sort of pop song with stop. Stop in the name of love.
Before you break my heart.
There you go. You can have that one for free. I'll do a recap halfway through. Just trying to get through it fast before it's 10. For some reason, I don't know why. You can travel on this road using a. A horse. I mean, I assume if it's not suitable for cars or bikes, then it's not suitable for buses. Very strange that I'd have a road that you could use a horse on. Moving on to question 7. What does this sign mean? No buses with over 18 seats, bus lane users only, buses only, school traffic prohibited. That's weird. I'd assume it's a no. Anything that's in a red circle is stopping that thing, right? That's how it works. Red circles are stopping those things. Question 8. Signs with a red triangle are warning signs. Warning signs. Optional advice. That's what life is. It's full of optional advice. I fell over at Lock Park yesterday. I was walking along, minding my own business, taking photographs. And I fell down a divot in the grass. And I landed on the floor, and nobody said, "Are you all right?" or offered any sort of assistance. I literally went flomp onto the floor. And I've bruised my ankle. It's quite annoying. In fact, it might be a bit swollen, I'm not sure. I just thought I'd fill you in on that part of my life. I was quite dismayed that nobody offered any sort of assistance or comfort in that situation. So I just got back up, brushed the grass off my knees, and carried on my merry way. Right then, moving on to question 9. What does this blue sign mean? Oh, I think minimum speed. Is it? Ah, there you go. Minimum speed, 30 miles an hour. I have literally never in my life seen one of those. Oh, it's getting a bit erratic, this one. Question 10. What does prohibited mean? Very funny. Not allowed. Do you see this? The Collins English Dictionary in print, online, on your mobile. Oh, start using Collins free, online free. Why would you do that if you're trying to sell a book? Maybe they make more money out of the adverts on the website. And why is it Collins? Why is nobody else allowed to use it? So halfway through, we've got Silver Eclipse at first, Dolomite 1850 second, Fishfinger third, Gerald Brain fourth, and Allegro Man is fifth. Now then, question 11. What does this sign about? Side winds, planes taking off, airport traffic, no high-sided vehicles. Side winds, everybody got that. Everybody's very good at this. Look at these scores, are so close. Question 12. What does this sign mean? I don't know this one. No vehicles carrying explosive, no noisy vehicles, no drivers of cars planning to make campfires, emergency vehicles only. No vehicles carrying explosives. I have literally never seen that. Yeah, I mean, I can't. What situation would that be in? What situation? What environment? Well, cars carrying explosives vehicles carrying explosives is one thing. Is that near fires, or I don't understand what the environment that'd be in would be like. Sounds like an exciting place, to be honest. I want to go there. Maybe there's a website where I can find the areas where the signs are. I'm pretty sure there must be. And we can go to them, we can visit them and tick them off as list. And we'll not carry explosives because that would be naughty. In fact, I'm sure your car or vehicle must get checked. In fact, I'm pretty sure the vehicles aren't cars. So it might be pointless. What does this road sign mean? Drive at the edges of the road, not down the middle. Veering to the left or right advised. Vehicles may pass either side to reach the same destination. Vehicles travel down the road, not up the road. Yellow. It's yellow. I was visiting my friend in Kent the other month. A while ago when I did my tour. And there was one road I went down to the hotel. And it was very strange. It looked like it was a pedestrian area. I swear it wasn't. All right. I didn't drive down a pedestrian zone. But I got to a bit where there was that sign, and you could go either side of this weird islandy area to get to the other side. It was very strange. It was very strange indeed. Did I film it? I can't remember whether I did or not. I don't think I filmed it the way there. I think I filmed it coming back, but it brought me a different way. It was weird. I was staying like 10 minutes from their house, yet the journey involved me jumping on a motorway and then jumping back off again like 2 miles later. Very odd. Very odd indeed. Ooh. Question 14. Where are you most likely to find this road sign? Half a mile before the motorway on the A52. Half a mile from Nottingham on the A52 on a motorway. On a motorway, yes. So I was trying to figure out. So it's because it's blue. Motorway signs are always blue. If it's an A road, they're green. So that's saying that you're on the motorway in half a mile. The junction for the A52 will be there. Oh, look at that. Some changes there. Moving on to question 15. Which signs say no cycling is permitted? So remember. Oh, hang on. Now they're confusing matters, aren't they? Yes, I know it. I know it. Remember the shape. There you go. So a red circle is always a no thing, and that's the A one. Even so, really, it should be a red circle with a line through it, shouldn't it? Like the Ghostbusters sign. Question 16, you lucky people. This sign warns drivers about what? Quayside or riverbank, flooding liable, end of road ahead, pier ahead. Quayside, I reckon. There we go, Quayside. Ooh, fleece lightning. Question 17 coming up. So what is this warning about? Sure, what's this warning about then? Christmas theme park, stampeding animals, deer or wild animals. Oh, I think it must be Christmas theme park. Oh, it's not, it's wild animals. Yeah, they don't specify the animal. It's just wild animals. The amount of times I've gone down roads where I've seen that sign and I've not once seen a wild animal. But I do remember one time I was driving to Newquay, and on my way down, we went down a hill. I'm sure it's called Porlock Hill. It's really steep. And I was in my Mini at the time, which was a 1984 model. So it had drum brakes all around. And if anybody's ever driven on just drum brakes, they're not very good at dissipating heat. So they're quite good at braking, but they do warm up quite fast. And we were driving down this hill in my Mini, and I was behind someone else who was driving quite slowly. And I was thinking, come on, speed up. I need to cool my brakes down a little bit, at least before we get to the next sharp corner. And then all of a sudden, a deer jumped out into the road. And I was very surprised that I managed to stop before I hit the car in front, because they stopped like that. And I stopped like that. It's very scary. I also nearly killed a rabbit, but I didn't. Not because I was angry, because it jumped out into the road, and I heard a, as it went under the car, and I managed to stop, and then I looked in my mirror, and then it ran off. So I think it just ran off with a headache. I'm not like Matt. I don't just go around killing wildlife for fun. Question 18. Where would you find this road sign? Remember what I said before. That green signs. There you go. I'm pretty sure I've seen that road sign today. Oh, a little change. Oh, like a fan. So we're moving on to the penultimate question, and I'll do a rundown after this. What does this sign warn drivers about? Cows, animal in general, cattle, farm activity. I'm sure it's cattle. It's not specifically cows because cattle can be other stuff. Yay! Yeah, I think it's when there's a road that farmers will take cows from one field to another on. I'm pretty sure that's when you see that. Simone, do you remember when we were driving near you? Sounded fast. When we went out near yours to that little country house thing, and we were driving down that road, and there was a sign that warned us about pheasants, and there were just loads of pheasants. Do you remember? And it took us a while to get down that road because there were just pheasants everywhere, just like hundreds of pheasants in the road, and they just won't move out of the way. That was bonkers. I wish I'd been filming that. That was a lovely time. That road trip I did was a lovely time, and I need to do that again. More of that sort of thing. Maybe even a judge will come this time. So yes, that was the penultimate question. So we've got Silver Equip first, Gerald Brain second. So Silver Equip is one. There's no way that Gerald Brain can catch. Fleece Lightning can catch Gerald Brain. All Allegro fan can also. And Dolomite 1850 can. Yes. So Silver Equip, you've won no matter what, but everybody else, they can change places. So get ready for the final question, which is good timing because it's just gone 10. What do road signs consisting of a red circle mean? They're information, they're warnings, they're advisory, they are orders. Who knows? They are orders. Orders, I tell you. So let's have a look, see what that's done. So in third place, we've got Fleece Lightning. Well done with your pancakes on your head. Second place, we have Gerald Brain. Well done. And in first place, we have Silver Equip. Well done, Silver Equip. And then All Allegro was fourth, and I can't remember what the human thing was. That was a bit of fun, weren't it? I'm glad I weren't doing it because I'd have got some of them wrong and I'd have been very embarrassed. Look at all these comments. Let's have a look. Where did we get up to? Oh, yeah, we got that bit. Got that bit. Rob says, I would like a Vitesse saloon, but trying to find one is hard. Yeah, I'd like a Vitesse. Me and my dad looked at a kit car that was based on a Vitesse. I think it was called a Samson, but it looked like, in fact, it reminded me of this, the kit car. Obviously, it wasn't really like this, but it was white and it was the same sort of thing, like a Jaguar D-type kind of affair. But the person that owned it didn't know whether they wanted to sell it, and then they didn't sell it anyway. But that would have been a cool car. I have seen some pictures of completed ones, and the only problem is the seat seems too high up. So the driver sits really high up in them, and if you put standard seats in, and it looks like a toy. So you definitely have to put bucket seats in and have your posterior about that far off at bottom. Your dad's MG must be a 79 or 80 on the V-Reg. It's definitely early 80s. It's definitely 80s. Is it a V-Reg? I can't remember. All I know is it's the number plates that he's put on it aren't actual ones that you should have on there. Simone's off. Take it easy, Simone. And people say bye to Simone. Just needed a bloke with a red flag on my test. Stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch. Oh, there you go. Spice Girls, right? Tony would have comforted you. He would have. Rover Vitesse or Triumph? How can Tim be in second place? He doesn't drive. Because he's a clever boy, says Alex. Exactly. Eastern family are smashing it. Well, I'm glad. Cars carrying wheelie bins. That'd be cool. Greg says cars carrying explosives on the Eurotunnel, maybe. Ah, yes. An LPG isn't allowed on the Eurotunnel. I didn't know that. That's very, very good points, Greg. Very good. Oh, poor Ivor. Ivor's here and he says, missing you all. And us, you as well, Ivor. I assume that you're out working again. Maybe what I'll do, Ivor, is put another live on a different day. I do need to do the Thursday ones again. I've not had any takers for joining me live, so I might just start picking on people and asking them directly. Don't matter if you're not a YouTuber. You can just be one of the community, and we'll just have a chat and see how it works. So yeah, let me know, Ivor, if that would be something you'd be up for. Alex says pizza. Oh, Julie's ordered our dinner because I literally got back from Great British Car Journey at 6. We hadn't got all in, and I was too crackered to go to shop. So I said, right, we'll have dinner later. So that was what the coded message was. Trying for Vitesse. I would love a Vitesse. A friend of mine had a green Vitesse. And oh dear, this is going back some. When Radiohead were doing the OK Computer Tour, they played at Doncaster Dome, which is it's like a leisure centre. And Sophie Ellis-Bextor's band, The Audience, was doing support. So I have seen Sophie Ellis-Bextor in the flesh, in her prime. Oh, what a beautiful woman. She's like a pixie. Anyway, moving on. And he had a Triumph test, and we drove there in that. And it started to overheat on the way. So we had to nip into a pub and get some water. But that was a nice Triumph test he had that. But yeah, a truck backed into it when it was parked outside work. He had a Triumph test. I had a Mini 998 on specials with bucket seats. I loved that Mini. And it had a bass bin boot. And I remember having a Pioneer CD player, and I used to play Bjork and Madonna, anything that had got a big boomy bass on it a lot. That was nice. My friend used to have a Chevette, Vauxhall Chevette, that he called Rhubarb and Custard, because it was pink at the top, or like a maroony pink, and yellow at the bottom. What else did we have? Another friend had an Escort Eclipse in maroon. One of the managing directors had an Astra Mark 1 GTE. The other one had an M3. One of the other guys had a Maestro. What else? What other cars were they? There was a guy who worked there called Fish, and I can't remember what car he had. I'm so crap at this, said Alex. I thought you were winning. Tim, you fell off the podium. Put him. My dad tells me a good story about a Triumph test. Too long for here. Well, next time we're at a meet-up, guys, we'll have to actually meet up, because I'm sure I've only met you once for a brief period of time, and that were at the Motorist. And every other time I've seen your car, I've not seen you. They look angry. They do, exactly, Alex. Like, literally, I was telling Alex the other day, Alex on Jesse has got the headlight peaks. Now, I wish I'd still got a picture of it. I had a bay window Volkswagen camper. It was a 73, I think, from memory. So before they had the tyre on the front, when it just had a massive Volkswagen badge, and I put peaks on the headlights, but I tilted them in so it looked like it were frowning and it was super angry. I loved that van. Oh, it were an absolute piece of crap, but I loved it. I'll take the murder charge on the Crow, but that owl definitely committed suicide. You'd find it's a I Furious Driving's garage hung up. Okay. Oh, Steve, hello. Lots of crows is a murder. It is a collection of crows is a murder. And the only reason I know that is because a band called Incubus had an album called A Crow Left of the Murder. If you like guitar type music, check out Incubus's A Crow Left of the Murder. That is a phenomenal album. All the other ones, I think there was one called, I think they did one called Morning Glory, I think. I might be making that up. I didn't like them, but A Crow After the Murder, fantastic album. I'm too busy commenting to remember to answer the quiz questions. 3 Allegros in the top 5, exactly. Delighted that Silver Equippers won the race. Good, good, good. Good game, says Dave. I'm glad you like that. I was a bit worried that people wouldn't like it. And look at this. Colin has arrived. What time did Colin arrive? 3 minutes past 10. He says, hello, everyone. I'm currently testicles deep in a mini gear linkage, but I wanted to drop in and say hello, as always. Well, thank you very much, Colin. And for that, I will treat you to a nice eye full of my wood. There you go. This is my wood. I hope that stays with you forever. And also this. There you go. Come join the murder. That's a good song. I don't know about that one. I'm so bad at this and I need to pass my bus driving. Arun's doing the bus driving test. Now, that is interesting because that is something I've considered previously. And then Matt says hello to Colin. Steve says hello. Hello there. Hiya. Watch those balls. Yes, go Fleece Lightning. You're buttered up the pancake hat. Becky says, thank you, Simon. Good night, everyone. Take care, Becky. I hope you're doing well. Timmy's wondering if you are randomly picking all the topics or you have a list because he wants to know if we could do Greek mythology. I will add it to the list. Greek mythology. That is a very highbrow topic. I remember we had a lesson at school called Classics. I'm trying to remember what we actually did. It seemed to be loads of myths and stuff. And I remember the guy that taught us. I can't remember his name. I can remember slightly what he looks like. He looked like Jeremy Paxman, but not. In fact, he might have not looked anything like that. But that's the look I've got in my mind. And he taught us classics. And we learned about Medusa and all that stuff. And I had literally no idea why. No idea why. Tim has taken over my account. He did surprisingly well at the road signs. Dave has used the smashing cauliflower emoji. And Alex has used the smashing troll emoji, which is weird because I wonder if Alex has ever watched any of the troll videos. Simon Boat is pregnant. Oh my God. Not again. Simon needs to stand up and show us his dungaree. If you insist, I mean, I will never turn down a request from someone of the female persuasion to show them my dungarees. Here we go. These are my dungarees. I've got pockets here. I've got a big pocket here. I've got some pockets here. Yes, they're just dungarees basically. They're just very comfortable. And corduroy, and I've got dinosaurs on them. I did see a message from Julie that says "a table," which means food's arrived. Matt says, "Don't forget, there's a meteor shower tonight." Have you got any LPs of 70s rock band Ruby? I do not know. Alex says, Simon, your food will go cold and other Simon might steal it. Ideal for twerking in. Yes. Watch this space for twerking meetup details. There we go. So again, thank you everybody for joining. It's been a delight as always. You are the people that make me do this every Monday, and you give me a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart. Oh, in my heart right here. And thank you, everyone, for your generosity. Let me just make sure I've not missed any. So we've had Alex as a new member. We've had Simone as a new member. We've had Greg give me some penskis. We've had Becky give me some penskis. And it all goes towards making my cars last a little bit longer so I can carry on doing these sorts of things. So thank you very much, everybody. It's been a pleasure. And I shall see you all next Monday. and I'll play you out with something random. Here we go. We'll play you out with this instead of the rap. Do you remember when you had friends? When people would call you on the telephone? When you'd be invited out to the pub or even to the cinema? Well, not anymore. You're a rover person now. Relax. On your own. It's a rover.
From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls, I feel like life is on hold. Perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we